Hello and welcome once again to the Lettuce Cup Series 2004 season here. This week we are at the Daytona Road Course. Um, yeah, keeping it here in Daytona for two straight weeks. Last week was the 500 where Matt Kenseth edged out Kevin Harvick for the win. This week we're at the road course for the first time ever on the channel. At least for an official race, not a chaos run. But I'm honestly nervous to see how this will go, as they're even pacing pretty quickly here. But, but Tony, what you doing, dog? He popped it sideways on the pace lap. All right then. Well, we don't talk about that. Anyways, yeah, they're flying through this pace lap here. That's kind of concerning. The 1 of John Andretti and the 10 of Scott Riggs are a few other changes that weren't mentioned last season. There's the 77 of Brendan Gaughan. That is no longer Dave Blaney in that car. Blaney, if the 07 is even in the field. But I believe Blaney's in the 07 now. But he's not even in the field. Wait, is he? Let me check. I don't even know. There's so many changes, I can't even keep up with it. But, yeah. Getting ready to start this pace lap. Finally about to end. Bobby Labonte led a lap last week before getting taken out in the one wreck that happened. And, looking to turn that around here today. So, getting ready to head down into turn 1 for the first time. I am very scared for this race. Getting ready to head down into turn 1 for the first time here at the Daytona Road Course for the first time ever. This is about to get exciting. The green flag is out and we are racing here at Daytona. Heading into turn 1 for the first time. Look at these guys absolutely sending it through the first turn, and they're gonna try to make it through. Now this is the scary part. The S's, and your pole sitter has trouble. They're all going around here in the S's. A big crash. They're stacking them up in the S's. The track is blocked. The track is literally blocked. Cars are on top of cars, and that is chaos here in the first turn, or exiting the first turn, I should say. Lots of cars in trouble and getting torn up. Racing back around to the line. Jimmy Johnson's your new leader. And Bobby Labonte, what in the world just happened? These guys all just junked it on the exiting the first turn, going through the S's for the first time. And I knew that was going to be concerning. But man, I was not expecting that. That is half the field, literally, right off the bat there. And now a bunch of cars probably being taken out of the race because of that, with heavy damage here. But Jimmy Johnson, your leader, heading down into the backstretch chicane. Man, these guys are flying. Jimmy Johnson's gonna miss the exit. And here comes Tony Stewart with the run. Coming to the line. Who will lead the first lap ever here at the Daytona Road Course here in the MG/Lettuce Cup Series? At the stripe, Jimmy Johnson will lead the lap, as you see all the pit boxes in the way. Now we're going to go back and take a look at what's happened here on the start of the race. So we're going to watch Bobby Labonte. We're actually going to go on board with him here. On board with Bobby Labonte. What happened? Oh, got into that. Oh my goodness. That's going to be a hazard all race, isn't it? It went over the curb and went right into the worst spot where you see the bank, or there's kind of a lip there, as you can see. There's the lip, and he goes right over it, and then hits like the little embankment on the other side, leading up to the curb, and that launches him up in the air, all four wheels off the ground. He comes down and just slides sideways, and there is nowhere for the rest of the field to go. A couple of other cars did the same thing. You saw Matt Kenseth sliding into it, and then everyone else back here stacking up, trying to avoid it, and then there's just nowhere for them to go, nothing they could do. John Andretti comes to a stop. He looks like he's going to escape it without too much damage. Chris Mack, you know how much he loves road courses. He escapes without too much. Ryan Newman, all torn up. Damage on every end of that machine. That 12 machine there. And, I mean, there's not many good angles of it, but just wow. I mean, that's all I can say. It's just wow. Here's the helicopter view. I mean, they just keep stacking it in. And then Sterling Marlin goes around, and then there's carnage on the other side of the track. The 98 of Todd Bodine. Wait, what? Todd Bodine? Uh-oh. Okay, so that's going to be a problem here. Todd Bodine's in 2 cars. I'm glad I caught that now. We're only 2 races into the season. But I did already save the replay for... what was it? Las Vegas. So that's technically 3 races into the season. But let me double check just to make sure. The 98 said T Bodine, so I'm assuming that's Todd. Maybe the 37 was Brett Bodine, not Todd Bodine. I highly doubt it, but yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. So I'm gonna take the 37 out because it looks like the 98 actually has sponsorship. And yeah, so 1 lap in, and already half the field just destroyed under caution here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the drop of the green flag. Hopefully we fix some things up by next season. And the green flag is back out. I accidentally skipped too far forward, and I don't feel like going back. So the green flag is back out. These guys are sending it through turns 1 and 2, or turn 1 once again. Dale Jr. Oh, Jimmy Johnson did it. He did the same thing Bobby Labonte did in front of the field once again, and they're all stacking into it. They are stacking up big time. All drivers plowing right into it. And more carnage here on the restart, taking out a lot more cars. Jeff Gordon has heavy rear end damage. I mean, look at this. Chaos. Chris Mack escapes. Looks like his luck might be finally turning around here. Here goes the 25 with a little bit of right side damage. The 41 rear end damage. The 48 rear end damage. Bobby Labonte seems to have recovered from what happened earlier. He didn't get too much damage out of that. Jeff Burton seems to be fine. Robbie Gordon. A couple of other guys. Look at Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's your race leader right now. And he's in a world of his own as we race back around to the line under caution here. And he's going to do what Jimmy did, just not as bad. Lots of cars actually going through the grass on the exit of the chicane on the back stretch. Labonte went way through the grass. These drivers driving way too hard here, and it's causing a lot of chaos. Coming to the stripe. Dale Jr.'s the leader. Who's going to lead this lap? Or take this position? Looks like Bobby Labonte's going to hang on to it here as we are under caution here from the Daytona road course. And what has been an absolutely disastrous first race here at this layout. But I still think it's too early to really make any judgment here. It's only our first time. And the green flag's back out. Dale Jr. pitting, having some sort of an issue as we come back to the green. And will we make it through for once? I think we finally did. No, we did not. 50 went around. And will that bring out the caution? No, it will not. He keeps it going. Matt Kenseth sideways. He's going to hop over the curb and go into the wall. He's stuck on the curb. But he's gonna get a tow back to pit road, and he should be out of the way back by the time we get back around here. Sterling Marlin checking way up. Look at Casey Kane on the high side, not afraid to make moves. He passes Scott Riggs in the 10 up there. Hermie Sadler in the 02. Remember, he won a race last season, but that's because all the ratings were equal. But now Sadler running about mid-pack, just trying to pick off some of these damaged race cars. And look at Ken Schrader and Chris Mack side by side inside the top 10. Ward Burton in the 0 further up. And a few not lap cars, but just damaged cars further up here. It's Casey Mears in the 41. With rear end damage running inside the top 5 or top 10. Same with Jimmy Johnson. And side by side for the lead, heading into turn 1. Bobby Labonte trying to hang on to it, runs wide, no grip over there. Oh, and he did it again. Oh no. And that's gonna destroy the front end of Robbie Gordon. Bobby Labonte has more damage now. Oh, and another wreck. That's Casey Kane. And did he just... Yep, he did the same thing. Kurt Busch did as well. There are cars everywhere here. Kurt Busch is absolutely destroyed. Look at that. These drivers keep getting too aggressive, trying to use every inch they can here in the S's because it is pretty tight. And they run out of room and launch themselves over the curb. Definitely something that's going to have to be looked at and hopefully fixed by next season. Meanwhile, Ken Schrader just sent it in underneath the 99 there. Now side by side with the 86 of Chris Mack, who honestly, we didn't even mention it, but we are glad to have him back. Remember, he was injured last season after a terrible crash at Kansas where he got sent upside down and got clipped in the roof as he goes flying way through the grass. It's going to slow it down. Oh, Bobby Labonte didn't let him back up onto the track, and Labonte is upside down. What in the world? He got hit hard, and he's barrel rolling. It has not been a good day for Bobby Labonte. Sterling Marlin involved as well. Oh, more cars. The 72 of Kirk Shelmerdine, Joe Nemechek, and Jeremy Mayfield all involved in it, as well as the 21 of Ricky Rudd. Chris Mack trying to fire it back up. We're going to take a look at what just happened here. That absolute chaos brings out the caution once again. Chris Mack just trying to get back onto the track. Labonte didn't give him enough space to quite do that. And then, let's watch Labonte here. Let's go on board with him. Spinning. And he comes back down the track. Oh, that is a huge hit. But luckily, it wasn't at high speeds. It wasn't like what we saw with Buckshot Jones last season. Look at all these cars. I mean, Kurt Busch got a little bit of it as well. Shelmerdine in that 72 making a part-time start, just trying to make a name, or not even make a name for himself, just trying to impress his team owner, give himself some more rides this season, and impress the sponsors so he can get more rides as well. It's just not the way he wanted to end it here. He's struggling to keep that thing rolling. He's just trying to bring it back around the pit road, and that thing is absolutely destroyed. So caution is out once again. And your leader 16 of Greg Biffle. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Alright, well, green flag is back out. 2 lap cautions. I keep forgetting that. But green flag is back out. We're racing once again here. Time for more shenanigans. Yay, we love shenanigans, right? Greg Biffle goes wide, and he's going to do the funny. In front of the field. Can he keep it rolling? No, he cannot. He's going to get toppled over. And he's on his roof. 2 straight cautions with the car getting upside down, and Mark Martin, his teammate, plowing into it, getting upside, or not getting upside down, but getting involved in it as well, getting more damage on the front end of that car. What in the world? So Greg Biffle, we're not even gonna bother to look at the race back. This whole race is just a mess. But Biffle was your leader, and then he hit the thing that everyone else hit, and then the car was angled in such a way that when he got T-boned there, just not even that hard by Ken Trader, it just stumbled him right on over. Look at Elliott Sattler all torn up in that as well. Cars are parked everywhere. It's a parking lot there in the S's. So anyways, caution is out. We're gonna just do that. Green flag is back out. Jeff Gordon is somehow your leader, even with heavy rear end damage, and most of the field is out of this race. I mean, there's only like, I don't even know how many cars left in this thing. Like the top 20, I guess. That's it. Round goes Jeff Gordon and Ward Burton, and more cars. They are sideways, piling them up once again. Caution is out. I see the caution light in the background. Even though they somewhat saved it and kept it going, I guess the track was blocked, so they had no choice. Well, I mean, this seemed like a good idea at first. It seemed like it would be pretty exciting, like it would be fun. But obviously, we've got some work to do here, and it's gonna be frustrating, but we'll be back here for 2005, and hopefully things will go a lot better than they are here tonight. But this is really just embarrassing at this point. We'll be right back after this. Well, time for more shenanigans. Jimmy Johnson, your leader, heading down into turn 1 with pretty much no front end. Jeff Gordon back out in front. Jimmy Johnson's going to do the same thing. Yep. Around he goes. Collects Jeff Gordon. Scott Riggs is around. More cars caught up in it. Lots of cars getting collected in it. Oh my goodness, it's a parking lot. Chris Mack exiting pit road. And the green flag is back out. There's really no point anymore. It's 2 laps to go, and this thing is probably going to end in a caution. Yep. Big, oh my goodness, Casey Kane is upside down. And a big crash. Casey Kane launched over that little curb thingy. Landed on top of somebody. We're immediately taking a look at that. He lands on top of Brian Vickers. Chris Mack goes underneath him, trying to avoid. Rolls over the top of Matt Kenseth. Doesn't get any roof damage, and he's gonna keep it rolling here. But there are cars parked everywhere, and that's definitely gonna end it. So who is gonna win? Jeff Gordon, I believe, is your leader right now with a destroyed race car. So it looks like he's somehow gonna win this thing. Ricky Craven in second has absolutely no damage on that car. Gonna try to use that to his advantage and track down at 24, but Jeff's got such a huge lead. I really don't see anyone catching him here. He's got about a second over that 32, but You never know. Never say never. Down in the backstretch for chicane for the final time under green. Gordon is going to completely miss it. So is Ricky Craven. So GG's Jeff Gordon. He just won the race off of that. Even with the destroyed race car, it's gonna work its way through oval 3 and 4. And out of oval turn 4, down the front stretch for the final time under green. Jeff Gordon with a destroyed race car is going to win. Eric Jones who? Ricky Craven's going to come home P2. Mark Martin P3 in an absolute joke of a race. Car stopped on the racetrack, so he's not going to finish. That's Ricky Rudd. What a joke. What a joke. What a joke. But, anyway, it's going to just fast forward at this point. Casey Kane took probably the wildest ride I've ever seen on a road course. Jack Sprague pitting for some odd reason, like the race isn't about to end or something. You do you, Jack. Or not even Jack. That is Ward Burton. You do you, Ward. You do you. Pace car just immediately cut through the grass the second we took the checkered flag. And the race is over. Jeff Gordon's your winner somehow. After all that chaos. And we only have like 18 cars finishing this race on the lead lap. And I believe 18 cars finishing in general. Because the 50, Derek Hope, I believe, out. No, he's still in. So, a few lap cars finishing, but I mean, it's really only like 19 cars finishing this race. So, I mean, that didn't go too well, but what do you expect in our first time at a new track on the schedule that's as tough as Daytona road course? Lots of sharp turns and a narrow, very narrow part of the track. Just a weird embankment behind the curbing that a lot of drivers manage to hit on pretty much every restart. So what do we expect, really? Might have to find a different Daytona road course to use if there even is one from around the same time period as this. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. It's one of those things that you get. So that'll do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. I hope to see you guys next race. And until then, peace.